Good afternoon, Hawthorne families. We're excited to have you back. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Holly Zimmer, and I am our new assistant principal this year, and I'm very excited to be giving you a tour of our Welcome Back 2021 school year. As you can see on our sign, we're very excited to have you back with us. And our theme this year is we're all in this together. So let's go ahead. Today I'm going to give you a little tour of the school and some changes that we might be seeing together. All right. So the first thing you'll notice is our big welcome back chalk. And we encourage you to kind of come up and of course distancing, but we welcome you to give us some chalk art and welcome all of our teachers back in these next few weeks. Come on in.
Apologize for the bumpiness, it's only temporary.
The first thing you'll notice when you come up to the building at door 1 is we have 3 signs. The first sign I want to point out is our Be a Hero sign and Protect Others. We want to make sure that when we come to school, we are wearing our masks. We also want to make sure that we're physically distancing from others. We want to make sure that we're self-certifying every morning before we come to school that we are ready and healthy to be at school that day. And then the last thing, when we get into school, we want to make sure to sanitize and wash our hands. So we'll go through some of those procedures when we come in. Come on into the front office. I'm going to put my mask on because I'm going into the building now. Welcome to Hawthorne School. We're so glad you're here. You'll notice that we do have a face covering sign right here to remind anyone who may have forgotten to put their mask on. Come on in. All right, welcome to Hawthorne School. Mrs. Loomis, can you say hello?
Hi, everybody. We're looking forward to you coming back. We're getting ready.
We've been busy preparing the school for you to come back this year. You'll notice that Mrs. Loomis has a plexiglass divider here to keep her safe and to keep anyone who comes into the office safe. We also have hand sanitizer for when you walk in because we want to make sure that our hands are clean and we're not spreading germs. Another thing we have on the ground are some blue dots, and it's kind of difficult to see, but we have blue dots that will space out. There we go. 6 feet between anyone waiting in the office to keep us all safe. All right. Next, I'm going to take you into the hallway and show you some things that we have in place. Come on. All right. Welcome into the school. Hawthorne School, all Hawthorne students already know how to walk down the hallway using the blue tiles. This is taught from kindergarten on. Our students learn that we walk on the tiles when we walk down the hall. But to add a little bit of reminders, we put a blue stripe or a red stripe down the hall to remind to stay on your own side. The boxes on the floor also help us space out 6 feet. So we stay on the outside of them and we'll stay 6 feet apart. Let's go for a walk down the hallway. You're going to notice some signs that are going to be all along the hall. We have our reminder to stay 6 feet apart, our hero signs, our hand washing signs, and then we have some other signs just to remember to remind us to wear a mask at all times when we're in the building. Let's keep going. The next place I'm going to take you to is the drinking fountain, or the water bottle filling station. Water bottle filling stations will be scheduled. Classroom teachers will sign up for times to come and fill up their water bottles. And then I wanted to just
And the drinking portion of that is disabled, correct?
Correct. This portion is disabled. It's just the water, the filling station for the water bottles. I'm going to give you a peek into what our bathrooms look like, just so you can see how we're making sure that students still maintain that 6 feet distance. So We have 2 stalls in this bathroom, but we'll actually blocked off with a sign that says, please do not use. And we're working on developing a system with our school leadership team to make sure that students know when someone is in the bathroom and they don't accidentally enter. When students leave the bathroom, they need to make sure to wash their hands with soap and water. And we are going to be doing hand washing lessons with all of the students at the start of school. Okay, you can still see we have our signs all over the place to help students remember to keep those 6 feet distance between one another. Okay, now it's time for the fun part. We're going to get to see a classroom. We're so excited to welcome you back. Come on in. Now, the first thing we do whenever we walk into a classroom at school is we're going to find the hand sanitizing station. Ours is right here. We're just going to give it a squirt and then we're going to sanitize those hands.
And there's sanitizing stations in each classroom, correct?
Each classroom, yes. And any space where students might be, like if they're going through the LLC. Okay, welcome to 4th grade. We're excited to have you here. A couple of things you might notice is the desks are a little bit more spread out. They're 6 feet apart. And during the day, the teacher may ask the students to realign their desks. I don't know if you can see, but down at the bottom, there are some blue dots, similar to the ones that you saw in the office. And that will help students keep their desks 6 feet apart from one another. You're also going to notice that the teacher has individualized compartments for students to keep their materials in. This helps with not sharing materials, and students will have their own individual books, writing materials, and everything. Let's take a look at the teacher space. Mrs. Moritz is our classroom teacher in this room, and she does have 6 feet of space in the front of the room for teaching. And then when she is moving to the back of the room for teaching, students will be able to flip their seats around and use the back of the room for teaching as well. Let's go ahead back to the sink and take a look at what we have back here. This is another place where we can make sure that students are washing hands. There's soap and water back here. We have our CDC guidelines for hand washing, and this will be the place where students practice that hand washing lesson. Now, it may be simple, it may seem simple, but just reviewing those guidelines and expectations for how long to wash hands are really important right now. You'll also notice we have paper towels and sanitizing solution. That is to be used whenever, sorry, this one. This will be used to spray any surfaces to get rid of germs. Okay, all right. I think we got everything in the classroom. Mrs. Moritz is very excited to have you all back. And I know all of the teachers have been busy prepping spaces. So as we go down the hall, just keep in mind that all teachers are all spaces are a work in progress. So I'm leaving the room, so I'm going to sanitize my hands again. And we're really going to be making sure that we instill this in all of our kids. All right. So the next place I'm going to take you through is the LLC. Hawthorne is very lucky. We have several outdoor spaces. We will be getting 2 tents. One will be going in the garden area out to this door, and another one will be going off of our primary wing. But I'm actually going to show you the inside courtyard. So come on in.
Gets a little bumpy when we walk too fast.
So another thing to mention is that all of our students at school will be receiving a device. So when we go into the LLC, you will see the computers all out, and they've been sanitized and reformatted over the summer. And teachers will be working to distribute those devices to students during the first couple of weeks of school. All right.
There's a lot of our technology.
Lots of computers. We're very excited to teach the students how to utilize Google Classroom in the classroom and at home. So I mentioned that Hawthorne School is very, very lucky. We have several outdoor spaces, but some of our outdoor spaces lead right off, or some of our indoor spaces lead right off into a courtyard. So for example, our first grade classroom has a private door to this courtyard. And courtyards and outdoor spaces and underneath the tents. Oh, I'm outside. As long as you're within 6 feet distance, we can go ahead and take our masks off. And you can see all of the chairs are spaced out, and there is enough space to get a class out here for some outdoor learning, a snack break, or a read aloud. So I hope you enjoyed our tour today. I'm really looking forward to getting everyone back to our little school with a big heart. Our teachers are busy prepping, and as you saw, Mrs. Loomis is in the office busy prepping. We're very excited to welcome all of our students back. If you have any questions, please reach out. But we look forward to welcoming you back on September 1st. See you soon.